Revelation chapter 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. We have in this chapter a further discovery and description of the church's enemies, not other enemies than are mentioned before, but described after another manner, that the methods of their enmity may more fully appear. They are represented as 2 beasts. The first you have an account of, the second, by the first some understand Rome pagan, and by the second Rome papal, but others understand Rome papal to be represented by both these beasts, and by the first in secular power, and by the second in celestial. We have here an account of the rise, figure, and progress of the first beast. and observed from what situation the apostle saw this monster, and seemed to himself to stand upon the seashore. Though it is probable he was still in a rapture, but he took himself to be in the island of Patmos, but whether in the body or out of the body he could not tell. Whence this beast came out of the sea, and yet, by the description of it, it would seem more likely to be a land monster, but the more monstrous everything about it was, the more proper and embalmed it would be to set forth the mystery of iniquity and tyranny. What was the form and shape of this beast? It was for the most part like a leopard, but its feet like the feet of a bear, and its mouth as the mouth of a lion. It had 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon its forehead name of blasphemy, the most horrid and hideous monster. And some part of this description here seems to be an allusion to Daniel's vision of the 4 beasts, which represented the 4 monsters. One of these beasts was like a lion, another like a bear, and another like a leopard. This beast was a sort of a composition of those 3, with the fierceness and strength and swiftness of them all. The 7 heads and the 10 horns seem to be designed several powers. The 10 horns is tribunal princes. The word blasphemy on his forehead proclaims its direct enmity and opposition to the glory of God by promoting idolatry.